you about AI. Everyone hears that buzzword AI. It's been out there since, I guess, the beginning of the pandemic, and we hear it more and more. So I just wanted to go over it with you as far as how we use AI in marketing and how it can make everyone's lives easier. But we also don't just use AI. In conjunction, we use, our expertise, such as Karen and myself. So I want to tell you a little bit about me before I move on. So my parents were first generation Italian Americans, born in Naples, Italy, and immigrated to the U.S. We came here through the American dream. And I'm first in my family to graduate from college. And everyone always comments on my name, Margarita. It's not named after the drink because I'm not Spanish, I'm Italian. It's actually the name of a pizza, but my grandma's name was Margarita, my dad's mom. And I went to Widener, some others did too. Studied international business, minored in Spanish. Always been passionate since I was little about business development, marketing, and I loved cook and bake, so I've incorporated that into my business as well. Had some videos on that. Check out my YouTube channel, and we try to travel as much as we can. So I want to tell you a little bit about MCA Consulting. After over 20 years of corporate experience, in 2017, I decided to open up my own consultancy, focusing on helping the small, mid-sized businesses with their sales and marketing needs. I felt that a lot of small businesses try to do everything themselves. They wear multiple hats, and to have somebody like myself with my expertise in being in corporate and knowing the ins and outs of corporate and marketing and sales, sometimes they need that extra hand. And a lot of times they don't have the budget to hire somebody full time, so that's why they would hire us, whether it be on a consulting basis, for 6 months, 9 months, or a year. I've had customers for years. So it depends on what your needs are. I've always been passionate about developing new clients in different relationships and having them and speaking to them and introducing other people. It's always good to do that network. And MCA, our core values: integrity, customer focus. We're very passionate about what we do. We love what we do. Everyone, not everybody likes marketing, and it's like, I love it, so I can do it all the time. Collaboration, and then of course strong work ethic. We'll get the job done no matter how long it takes. Now, just wanted to share with you, as a small business, a lot of small businesses think they don't need to market, word of mouth is enough. You need to do everything. You need to do multiple things. So, always showcase your brand. Stay ahead of your competition, and connect with clients and build relationships. You do that through digital marketing strategies. Educate your customers and why they would choose you over the competition. That's important. It's always important to differentiate yourself, and you can do that with marketing. And then it's always important, whatever you're doing in marketing, making sure you're tracking it and analyzing it, and then adjust it, because that way you can maximize your ROI. So, unleashing the power of AI. So, what is AI? Artificial intelligence.
Full house.
Yeah.
Full house.
So AI is the simulation of human intelligence processes by computer systems. It's pretty much technology, right, in layman's terms. It's technology that we use to perform tasks that would require a human. But the way we use it at MCA is we don't primarily just count on the AI to do work. We make sure that we're also monitoring it and looking at it, and making sure that we're doing it, and looking at all of the tasks that's going out for you. So for AI marketing, you primarily want to utilize tools that use advanced algorithms and machine learning techniques. So, it allows you to analyze large amounts of data, predict outcomes, automate tasks, personalize experiences for your customers. And then it enables the person that's doing the marketing to make data-driven decisions, enhance customer interactions, and streamline processes. So you're better efficient. You're working more efficiently. So it's really important to personalize your customer experiences, and it enables the hyper-personalization by analyzing customer data. It'll allow you to understand what they prefer, what your customers like, behaviors, intents, and then from that you could tailor your content and make recommendations, have special offers to your clients, businesses that can enhance engagements, and then build trust, and of course drive the conversion rates up. So again, with personalizing the customer experiences, the AI algorithms are analyzing customer segments and personas with precisions and enable the marketers to target specific audiences. So this is more of a target approach. It maximizes your marketing efforts and reduces the waste and improves your ROI. So it's targeting your audience a little bit more effectively. So I wanted to share with you a couple of tools that MCA, in conjunction with partnership with Field One Post, offers small businesses like yourself. So you could do it either DIY or you could do it with MCA support. So, depending on what your budget looks like, there's products out there that are less than $100 a month if you wanted to utilize that. So I think I mentioned this before. I don't want to go into a big presentation about it, but we have a multi-touch marketing approach, okay? That's what we follow. So that means, trying to target your audience in multiple ways, social media, email campaigns, LinkedIn campaigns, okay? So one of them that I wanted to highlight that we're using AI with is our LinkedIn lead generation campaign. So it actually allows you to use AI and then human expertise by scheduling campaigns automatically. So example, you could search for specific titles you want to look at, company size, locations. You could look at all those demographics, put them in your search engine, and then you have existing LinkedIn connections. It'll send out specific messages to those people that you already know, as opposed to another campaign with your second and third connections of people that you don't know, but you do want to get in front of because they would be good prospects for you. We would do different type of messaging. And then we put it all together in a drip campaign, meaning that we will send out an initial email to the prospect, and if the prospect responds, the automation stops. They won't get any more. It'll just be, okay, they'll either respond to you or they'll book a meeting with you. But if they don't respond, we can set it up that 3 to 5 days from now, we'll reach out again with another unique message to them until you get some type of a response or interaction. So that's one of the ways that we use AI and the tools that we're utilizing for our clients. Another big one is Social Media Marketing Manager, which everyone loves because of everyone's biggest complaint since the pandemic is that they don't like making social media posts. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to, write, and it's just a big headache for them. So we've got a tool that you could either purchase the tool and do it yourself, but it helps you manage all of it. So you could actually send out posts on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, but no one's really using Twitter much anymore. And send it out simultaneously and have it pre-planned. So it's a calendar that you pre-plan everything. And similar to Meta, but it's easier because it integrates LinkedIn. So all of the platforms are all integrated and it's easier. So this is something that you could either purchase yourself if you want to do it yourself, or you could have us manage it for you. We just ask that you give us, ideas and content of ideas, and then we would go ahead and write everything for you. We like to do it a month in advance, so that way everything's planned out and scheduled. So again, this tool will allow you to post calendars. It's mobile friendly. It'll work on your iPhone, your iPad. It allows you to get additional analytics, so you know who's opening it, what type of traction it's getting. There's also lead finder, content library. There's a lot of different tools that come into this play. So I love it. I use it all the time for myself and for my clients. Again, Google Posts support, customer engagements, and they allow you to be clickable right from Instagram as well. So that's a good feature. So for a limited time, I just wanted to offer the small solopreneurs here that we can offer you social media services for up to 3 posts a week for $100 a month. And we would manage that for you. We would write the post, we would do all of that for you. And then, of course, there's another option that you can go ahead and purchase the tools yourself. But wanted to offer that to all of you here today for a limited time.
How long would that go?
I'm sorry?
How many months would that go?
For a year. Yeah, for a year. We do minimum of a year contract because with social media, a lot of people don't understand. They think, okay, I'm going to get opportunities, I'm going to get leads. It's not more about getting the opportunities, it's more about getting recognized from everyone that's out there. Your competition as well as the clients that you're trying to target. So it's not necessarily true that you're going to get an opportunity, but it has happened to me. I put out a social post on another group a couple times actually, and people called me and hired me. So it can happen. I'm not saying it can't happen, but people that tell you that it does, it's not necessarily true. I'm not going to guarantee it, but it gets your name out there. And it also has, your brand recognition. It's imperative that you do social media, even though you don't want to, because everyone else is doing it. You have to. That's the first thing people ask you when they ask you about your business. Well, what's your website? Are you on Facebook? Are you on LinkedIn? And then if you say no, well, then they go search you. And if you haven't been posting stuff, well, they're not that active. Well, maybe that means that they're not that busy or they're just getting started. You have to build that reputation, and it takes time. So that's why we ask for at least a year contract for that.
That's a great deal for anybody.
That's
like
very cheap, yes.
That's
That's why
That
it's
is
limited
great.
time.
if you were a solopreneur, I would take advantage of that right now.
Yeah. Yep. And any questions about anything? Try to keep it short and sweet.
So with the social media, does that include posting as well?
Writing and posting.
Okay.
Everything, yeah.
The LinkedIn lead generator, was that through Field One Post or just?
That's also my partnership with Field One Post. So again,
And also
we
there's
have a bunch of tools, that sales and marketing tools that, there's so many of them. And that's why I like to speak to clients, because I want to learn about your pain points and then what would be best to fit you and your budget as far as what you need. And again, a lot of them are just using AI in the back end, and then we're just helping produce all of that stuff for you.
And I will say that I am using Margarita for my business, and I had blocked myself a lot from posting on social media because my introduction to it, and I'm learning so much about the consistency of it and really dialing my business by doing it a month ahead of time. That's been like the game changer for me.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah.
Question, so when you're doing social media, do you take your posts or whatever, and put it on like, would it be like our social media, like, or is it public, or how does that?
Yeah, it would be
What does it
yours.
matter?
Yeah, so I would get your credentials,
Okay.
and it would be in the system. And I would get your credentials, and then we would populate. So it would be like it's you doing it, but it's not. It's me.
Okay.
Yeah, or it's us doing it for you. Yeah.
So piggybacking off of Jill, so when we're posting something, should we be posting, if it's business related, should we be posting not only on our business page, but our personal page, or is that frowned upon?
I mean, it depends. I do both. It depends if it's, because you know who is connected with you personally and,
Right.
professionally. And then just think, okay, well, is this appropriate for both or not? It depends on the content. Like, when I post stuff about my dog, I put it everywhere because everybody wants to see my dog. And then images of people, just a tip, images of people get a high rating of response.
Yes, that's true.
People, dogs, anything, with those type of pictures or any type of sayings to that.
So, I suppose my question would be, you talked about AI doing, as like you could buy the program yourself to set up your.
Right, DIY, yes.
And,
Got it.
but,
Right.
too.
but I have to do it.
Right.
And actually, I do it mostly because, how do you eat, right? You eat with your eyes first,
Yeah, right, yeah.
then with your
Well,
nose.
especially
and then
in
with
your
mouth.
industry, you have to have pictures out there every day.
Oh, yeah, I got pictures all over.
Yes, yes.
But, so you were talking about this do-it-yourself, and you were talking about selling the program. So
Right.
What's the cost on?
So, I don't have them off the top of my head, but like $100, like for now, it's a promotion, $100, it allows us to do it for you. But that one's probably like $40, $50 a month, probably half of that. I mean, it's very inexpensive.
Wow.
They're DIY tools, and literally, you have a dashboard that you wake up to, and on the dashboard, and it's your social media dashboard, and you go ahead and do the post. Again, I recommend doing the post a month in advance if you can, at least a couple weeks in advance, so you're not scrambling. If you just take an hour or two a week as opposed to hours and hours, it saves a lot of time and hassle. Because you know how it is. You have to sit there. Okay, what am I going to write today?
See, I never
Right.
really looked at it like that. So, though I am very much a planner, let's say I'm trying to solicit DJs and stuff. That's easy. Whatever party I just did, I pull a clip. I'm the guy sitting behind the booth going,
Right.
right? Or I make Laura do it while I'm actively mixing and whatnot, and then I just slide that right on. Easy peasy. Photo boothing, if I use my photo booth, I can always pull pictures, from the computer and post them. Hey, this was the photo fund that we had. It's only really on the chefing that, most things, like if I make carrot cake, if I make any of the cakes, easy. Jambalaya, stuff like that, it's a little harder because jambalaya just looks like rice.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's harder
It's harder.
to get that to capture that. But
But
then
you capture yourself making it? process
See,
and
the
the love
reason
that
I,
goes into it.
but see, there's a reason I'll do that because, so when you're a chef, right? And for me, I cook. I always say we cook like your grandmother lived out in the bayou. So I don't really want you to know how I make it because I don't want you to be sitting home going,
Oh, I could do that.
I could do that. You know, and there's a lot of, it's really involved because now you say you're Italian.
Yes.
Okay, so in Cajun, right, we start Italian. Everything starts with the holy, you know, the holy trio, and then we bring it over. So it's like it's Italian, it's French, it's American, but it's an amalgamation.
Right.
And I don't want, I just, you know, so I'm very cautious about like what I show people about how I do what I do.
Well, I mean, just to give you some tips, because I have a client that is also a chef, and she not only does pictures of her dishes, but also do some pictures about you and your business and your staff. So that's like more content that you put out there. People want to know who they're buying from. They want to know your background. So that's like one thing. And then as far as the pictures of the food, you don't want to share all your recipes, but that's why they do, you know, you could cut film and do, okay, like a shot of this or a shot of that. Just show a couple things, but don't show everything. You know, don't go into detail what it is you're doing. One, two, three, and that's it. You know what I mean? Really quick. That's my recommendation.
Just as an end user
Yeah.
who watches a lot of food on TikTok and Instagram and all those things, end users also like to see people enjoying your food. So if, you know, yeah, you do what Margarita said, a couple clips of, I add the sauce. You don't tell them what is in your sauce. You just show adding the sauce, whatever. I add the spices. You don't tell them what the spices are, right? Then you show somebody enjoying that jambalaya and, you know, making the, oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
And then we're watching them and then we start salivating because we're, you know, seeing them eating. So
Right.
that
I
That's
don't think a
what
lot of people who, I love jambalaya, but I'm never gonna make it. It's too hard for me.
I made it once, and it's very time consuming. I made it in a crock pot, but it's really good. But if someone made it for me, right, if someone made it for me, it would be, yeah. But you don't tell them, it only takes one.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
but
yeah.
that's a good point, what she
I
just
give-
said, is people
Yeah.
that watch it,
Yeah.
maybe like, that's amazing, but still they're like, I'm never doing that.
Right,
I mean, come on.
yeah.
And I gotta order.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm sure I'll give you a card and we can talk about
Yeah, we
it.
definitely talk.
One of the things we do is we smoke meat,
Okay.
and you know, so I make.
About my
Yeah.
business cards for anybody
Yeah.
that wants
Does
one.
anybody else have any questions for Margarita?
great presentation.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
You have